I'm not gonna lie to you guys. This fight right here, not as close as people think, or I'm sorry, not as one-sided as people think. This guy, this guy, much more arguably than people think, beat this guy. Yes, 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 yes. If you look at the scorecards, hold on. If you look at what they scored it, and there's always that potential for the bias because of the region. We're gonna, I'm gonna pull them up. I'm sorry, I should have already had this up, and I don't feel like editing, so bear with me for a second. To see, I'm basically looking to see how many 10-8s were given, because if I remember correctly, there were like 2. Okay, I have it pulled up. All right, all right. Let's see if I got this. Boom. All right. 10-8 from Cleary. This is what I'm talking about with the UFC judges and the PFL judges. 10-8s all around. All around 10-8s. This is the majority. And then just 2 regular. Right? These are the scorecards. Right? So this, okay, so here's the thing. And it's fine because the only thing that it not being a 10-8 directly affects is whether this is a split decision or a majority decision. Because no matter what, if David made it a 10-9, then Usman just wins in his card. But Chimaev still wins on these. Cool, right? It's like, whatever. What are you talking about? Like, whatever. However, you gotta think, if they're all willing to score that a 10-8, how are they weighing Chimaev's work in the grappling and the cage control in rounds 2 and 3? Right? What is kind of driving me the most crazy? Not driving me crazy. I don't think about it. I'm doing a video. It's not driving me crazy. I need to be more precious with my words. It's not driving me crazy. Chimaev did not win round 3. That's what's driving me. That's what's the craziest thing to me. Is that Khamzat did not win round 3. Okay, so we look, right? A lot of control. A whole round. A whole round. I think he's already been taken down for like a minute and a half at this point. Like, a lot of control, right? No real damage. He's landing little shots. I think it's just a controlling round where you win. There's no cuts. There's no rocking. There's no knockdowns. There was one attempted submission, pretty good attempted submission. It wasn't like oh man, he's in the armbar, or oh, he's in the triangle for a long time, or it was like he got a hand under the neck, come off tipped, and that was it, right? 10-8, a little crazy with no damage, man. It's just hard for somebody to give you a 10-8 when there's no damage. Like, just grappling, in MMA, it's just kind of hard for anybody to see that as a 10-8. So it's rough that all 3 of them gave him 10-8s. But maybe that makes me wrong because they all agreed. I'm the dissenting judge. But Cleary gave Chimaev round 3. We're going to look. This is kind of weird. I should have this on I wasn't planning on doing this. Otherwise, I would have it like on the video, like I'm reacting to it. I wasn't planning on doing it like this. Maybe I should just pull it up. Hold on. Maybe I should get this ready to pull up. Because I wasn't thinking about it. But we should watch round 3. Chimaev lost. Like, he got beat up on round 3, Like, Kamal was landing more shots. He was jabbing. He was defending takedown. He was walking him forward. Usman won round 3. I thought that was pretty obvious. Because I remember when I first watched the fight, Usman was like, when they read the scorecards, and I was like, oh, you know how it is. Like, you lost. You know what it is. But now I'm thinking about it. I'm like, round 1 is no damage. Round 2, if I'm not mistaken, I'm looking at. I moved the thing, but I'm looking at the scorecard. 2 out of the 3 judges gave Usman round 2. 2 out of the 3 judges gave Usman round 3. So in reality, let's just say I'm wrong about the 10-8. If they gave, I think you could say 10-8 and then Usman. Really, it should have been a draw, like across the. I don't really kind of don't understand how everybody doesn't have the same scorecard as David Lathaby. How do you, like, how does? So Vito gave Chimaev round 2 and gave Usman 3, but Derek clearly flipped it. I guess that just makes it a close fight. Maybe I'm nitpicking too much. Maybe that just makes it a close fight. Because everybody gave somebody a different round, and, whatever. But, and I guess that kind of doesn't make it such a compelling argument on my behalf. It's like, what are you saying? It's a close fight. We know it's a close fight. But I think it's even closer than people are giving it credit for. And I think, at best, in my opinion, at best, this fight is a draw. If you give Chimaev 10-8 round 1. But I think Usman won, man. I think Usman went up on 10 days' notice, beat the boogeyman of the UFC in a new division on 10 days' notice off the couch. And I wish this fight was 5 rounds, but Chimaev won't take 5-round fights except now. Now he's finally got a 5-round fight. And I think Whittaker is out there smart. He fights like he fought his last 2 fights. He doesn't get bullied like he got bullied against DDP, and that's what's worrying me, man. Not that I'm necessarily pulling for Whittaker. I think Chimaev is exciting for the division if he fights like the old Chimaev. But that's what's dangerous if he goes out there and because he's going to get taken down in round 1. Chimaev is going to take down Whittaker in round 1. Okay, guys? You can put your parlay on it. Prize picks. Over, under, takedown round 1. It's happening. Once or twice. It depends if he can get up. But he's going to be in training camp, so he'll probably get up. So probably 2 takedowns in round 1. And he's probably getting taken down in round 2. After that, though, Whittaker has a good opportunity to use his distance, use his blitz and his jab and his low kick and his head kick to keep Chimaev at bay, wear him out, drag him into those 5th rounds, because Whittaker's been in a few. He's been in a few 5-round fights. And just wear on him, just beat him up. He can beat him up in the stand-up. We know it. His stand-up is simple. Look at him. Look at him just standing there. Bro, every time he dips out there, kick, kick, kick. You know what I mean? And what we're actually going to do, what round is this, 2? What we're actually going to do is we're going to watch. No, we're not going to watch the 3rd round, actually. We're not. I was going to do it, but you guys saw it. You guys know it's on YouTube. Khamzat won. Usman won. No, we'll watch it. Sure. Forget it. Hold on, let me pull it up really quick. We might skim through it a little bit, but we'll pull it up. Even though it's right behind me. It's gonna be behind me. Usman versus Chimaev. Alright, let's go to the. Ooh, can you guys hear that? Wait, did Chimaev get his purple belt? His brown belt after beating him? Let's look at this 3rd round, guys. Mighty Mouse style. Mighty Mouse style. And Usman should not let him take him down that 2nd round, man. Maybe he did lose that 2nd round. I don't know. Look at me going flip-floppy. But look, watch. All right, here we go. Here we go. Okay, that might be copyright. The voices. I'm gonna use the voices, and I'm gonna skip around because who knows how they're gonna, All right. So they're feeling each other out. Chimaev's, he's controlling the octagon a little bit. Landed a shot. Boom. Resisted a change of position. Now, does that count as much as a change of position? I don't know. I was the one on my live stream. I was talking about this with the Edwards and Evelyn fight. If a takedown is a change of position, then what is the change of a full mount to half guard? Is that a positive change in position from the fighter on the bottom? What if I shrimp out and put you in full guard? Does that help me? What if I put in a knee shield? I'm changing position. What if I stand up, you get behind my back, or like I turn over, you get my back, I stand up and start fighting the hands where it gets the cage when you have me on the ground? Is that positive change of position for me? If I get an escape, in wrestling, an escape is a point. You are rewarded and you get closer. If your guys are tied somehow and you stand up, time runs out, you win. You are now the winner of the fight, of the match. If you're about to go into overtime, you stand up, you get a point. Now you've dragged that fight into overtime. You are rewarded on the scale, on the scoreboard, for escaping and changing a position from the bottom. So in fight, and since you like to count takedowns, this isn't wrestling, but you want to count takedowns. Shouldn't you count stand-ups? Now, granted, in wrestling you don't count what do you call it? Like sprawls or non-takedowns, but in international wrestling you can count like pushing people out of bounds. You know, there's all kinds of rules you can bring in. Now, jiu-jitsu, I'm not as familiar with the scoring system of like all jiu-jitsu of like IBJJF or that would really matter, like ADCC or like Worlds. I'm not sure. So I don't know if changing positions on the bottom, how that's scored. But see, that was like kind of a half-ass takedown, but that's good. You need to do that to these wrestlers. Don't make them think they're the only mixed martial artists in there. Don't let them turn you into kickboxers. You're a wrestler. Wrestle them, bro. What if this was a wrestling match? You were a collegiate wrestler. What if you guys met on an international circuit? What would you do? Oh, he's better. I'm just gonna. You would wrestle him. Wrestle him. Shoot in hard like you shot on Edwards. Shoot in like he's Edwards. And you're like, I'm taking him down. With that mindset, bro, they don't have these guys. They don't have anybody wrestling them like that. Like, I'm going to take you down. People are like, please don't take me down. I know you're tired too, but I'm saying for Whittaker in a full fight situation. See, and this is probably what made the one. See, somebody was shaking his head. This is probably what made the one judge give it to Jamal. Like, oh, take down. He won the fight. He won the round. That's all I needed. You know. We're gonna skip this. I'm not. Oops. I wasn't trying to do that. But look, even Anik was saying he's getting better at the exchanges. I'm not watching all this. I don't care. Because he's not I know he's not landing strikes. I know he's not. Yeah, he's not. I'll make sure I'm not skipping. He's not. And I'm pretty sure he doesn't get up. He might have landed a couple. Yep, he's up. Boom. So what was that? Maybe a minute after Usman was winning this. And you guys are watching this round. Usman's winning the whole round. Bop, bop. Landing the biggest strikes. Boom. Okay, that's blocked. Pushing forward. You can't really see if that one's blocked. Still going forward. Boom, boom. All those missed from all of them. Both of them missed all that. Boom, boom, boom. Come on, man. That third round is Usman's, man. You can't tell me otherwise. That third round is Usman's. Chimaev is beatable. Drag him 2 more rounds after that, Whittaker. You got this. Beat up that body. Don't be afraid to wrestle him. Don't get bullied like you got bullied with DDP. I don't know what was going on with you that day. But, I mean, not that anything had to be going on. DDP's good. It's not about DDP beating you, but he, like, bullied you on the ground. He didn't bully Izzy like that. But I think you underestimated him. We all did. I did in that fight, too. But as far as how I think the fight's going to go, because I did this with Holloway and Taporia, like I said, I think he's going to... Oh, I just said how it's going to happen. I think he's going to take down Whittaker in the first 2 rounds. And then I think Whittaker is going to start picking him apart with his jab and his high kick. And I think in rounds 3 and 4, and I think Chimaev is probably going to come out in round 5, have some new burst of energy, take him down, hold him, and eke out a 48-47 or a split decision. And then he's going to fight the winner of Strickland DDP, which is... It's hard to see Strickland beating DDP. I mean, that was a really close fight, but I just think DDP is just going to be better and better. He's going to mix up his wrestling better. Man, if Izzy's wrestling defense was like half as good as Strickland's, he'd have beat up DDP, but he couldn't stop the takedowns. That's one thing about Strickland. He would get taken down, he'd get right back up. And that's what really sucked his gas. Because he's used to just kickboxing fight. That's why everybody says he's such a good stamina. It's like, everybody has good stamina and cardio when they're just kickboxing. But anyway, that's how I think the fight's going to go. Chimaev's probably going to win, to be honest. But Rob definitely could win. He could just piece him up for probably the last 3 rounds. He's going to get a 48-47, or Chimaev's going to get a 48-47. Now, we're going to get some other fights. They're probably not going to take me as long to break down. We're going to do Rakic, Magomed, Lerone Murphy, and Ige, and probably not Shara. So just... oh, God, I feel so gross saying this, but I guess this guy, even all that stuff. If you care, you know, I'm going to be breaking down those fights if you care about what I got to say. Watch the live stream of the Ngannou fights, whatever. Follow me on Twitch. I ain't streamed in a minute, but if I get some people over there that care about that, we can stream stuff like this. Fighting stuff, music stuff, film stuff. Not really IRL stuff, but like people in it, like guests and stuff like that. And games, obviously, too. TikTok, DC Impression, that's me. X, just check it out. Chelsea Impressions, all that's me. So TikTok, X, Instagram, yeah. Oh, my main channel too. I'm Akiin for that stuff too. All right, yeah.